right, on page 303, assessing student learning. If standards are to have any real effect on schools and on student achievement, they need to be supported by other elements in the school structure: an articulated curriculum, professional development sessions focused on improving student achievement, instruction that's based on the standards, and a well thought out array of assessment that align with the standards. So you should be getting lots and lots of professional training and professional development, either at the local level or even sending you out to learn more of this. This is quite a distinct difference, and so you can imagine if you have taught and teaching for 20 years and then all of this stuff changes and it's stuff that I'm not accustomed to. You have the fortunate benefit of coming through, getting an education at the time that all this transition is happening. So you've heard Common Core at least a year from me. If you've had me for the last 2 semesters, you've heard Common Core, and I assume you're hearing it with your other education classes as well. Now you can imagine being in a class where you've been teaching for 20 years and you've not been in a college classroom for classes in 20 years or 30 years or 40 years, however many, and then all of a sudden something's different and you don't have any clue how to use it. So your district should be supplying plenty. There's been all kinds of Common Core workshops for teachers. I sometimes think they've been Common Cored out. There's been so much talk about it, but that training has been necessary. When assessments are linked to standards, there must be consideration about the types of measures used, the kinds of data collected, and the ways the results are used to adjust instruction in ways that will enhance student learning. And I really think we're going to be heading more toward that rubric. We're going to have more open-ended questions. Open-ended questions on the testing, where the students will have to respond. It may just be a blank box, and they would have to respond. There's no A, B, C, D choices. That's a whole different way. I know several students tell me that in Miss Fouch's class, she comes in and puts so many terms on the board, and you have a blank sheet of paper and you write. There's a difference in how you study for those types of tests than if I give you A, B, C, D or true, false. The standards movement requires teachers and students to ask different questions. For teachers, the questions now is, how do I need to adjust my teaching so that all my students are learning? For students, the question now becomes, what is it I am to learn, and how will I know that I've learned it? And that whole focus is now completely different. It is very student-centered, as you can hear just from reading that. You know that we turn more student-centered than we have teacher-centered.